Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Does wearing my glasses make me look like I'm smarter? I just think that like teachers, when they have their glasses on and they do this, or they're reading and they look down at you, I don't know why I have the assumption that that makes you think, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to do this for this video. Anyway, welcome. I'm glad you guys are all considering watching the live stream. What I wanted to point out, which I haven't done yet, is in the description below, I have put links to all of the to all of the products that I've ever used in any of my videos. So if you're looking for vinyl that I use, if you're looking for razor knives, if you're looking for squeegees, if you're looking for drills, everything is in there. You just click on the link, it'll take you right there to Amazon, and you can go ahead and buy to your heart's content. Now, full disclosure, because I have to do it, those are affiliate links, so I do get paid a commission if you purchase anything on Amazon through those links. It doesn't cost you a thing, but I do have to disclose that, and I got to be full disclosure. Hey, so do me a favor, buckle up. I'm talking like the 4-point harness, like IndyCar racing buckle thing. Put that on and get strapped in for some awesome Amanda content. She talks about Facebook marketing. It's the only thing that she does. She does it every day. How many? Well, why does she do that, Rennick? Well, you know why? Because she's doing 40 signs a week. Did you hear me? Let me repeat that again. Why does she do that, Rennick? Because she does 40 signs a week. That's how many she rents using Facebook marketing. So get in there. That's all I got to do. Duh. Karate. The Giants are terrible. Goodbye.
All right. Well, Miss Amanda, I think I've said thank you. And if I haven't, thank you. I'm super excited. And let me just say this before I turn it over to you. Everybody, when Amanda and I were making sure that the Facebook thing was going to work and we realized it didn't, like during this 20-minute banter, she was just showing me a couple things, and I was dumbfounded by what she shared just in a couple minutes. So I know it's going to be great, and I'm looking forward to it. The basic format tonight is going to be Amanda and I are going to be chatting like we're just doing a live stream. You can ask questions, but I will answer them and bring them up if necessary. But that's kind of how we're going to roll on it. So, all right, Miss Amanda, it's all you.
All right, perfect. So, hello guys, my name is Amanda. I started I call my business Yard Expressions. We started Yard Expressions about 4 years ago, and we live in a really small town. We're about 17,000 people, so there's not a ton of people here. A lot of people to promote to. You guys keep in mind we're doing, even though we've got 20,000 people here, we're doing about 40 yards a week. So most nights, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, we're doing 8 to 10 yards a night. So it's a really big deal, to be able to do those things. And we didn't do so much, before COVID. But again, before COVID, I'm a paramedic. I ran a swimming pool business, and so I was really busy. And so this was just kind of like a side thing that I did when I felt like it, and it wasn't such a big marketing thing. And when COVID hit, I said, you know what? No, I'm going to say forget everything else, and I quit working as a paramedic after 13 years and retired from that. Now I don't know if I'll ever go back because I really enjoy what I do.
I love it.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun, like Rennick says all the time, it's a joy business, and it's very, very joyful. We have a lot of fun with it. So when we started, getting to where I said, okay, you know what, I can't go back to being an EMS. I've got kids and stuff like that, and instead of working, my 48 hours on the weekends like I was, right, I said, no, we're gonna market this. I've got a background in social marketing, and so I did marketing and different types of marketing stuff throughout my years and career. And I even did marketing when I worked EMS. We marketed to different types of we did different stuff. And so through all of that, I said, no, we're gonna play this like a marketing thing. And so I think maybe in March or April, we had probably somewhere around 250, 300 likes on Facebook. Today, I think we're at like 2,500, maybe 2,600. I don't know. I kind of stopped keeping count. So
2,500?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So really, if you think about it, that's really just been since March or April. And, you know, because like I said, during that time, we had like 300 likes, you know, we weren't doing anything with it. So we made a big change. And I said, we're going to do this as marketing, and we do just straight marketing and Facebook only. I don't market anywhere else. Also, I do not pay for paid advertisement at all.
Wow.
I never have. I don't need to. It's not necessary.
It's awesome.
So about today is how did we get there? How do we do that? How do we make that work? What is it that Facebook does to get you where you need to be? And I'm going to show you some really cool concepts and things that you can kind of do to make that happen. So, you know, that's kind of where we're going to be at. So we're going to go there. Start there. Did you see my dog getting the picture and my kid too?
Yeah, it's perfect.
He said, sorry. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start about 40 yards a week. Yeah. About 40 yards a week. It's a lot. It's literally a full-time job.
That's awesome.
So
okay.
It is. No, that's okay. Yeah, we do about 40. Like I said, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays are our busy days. Usually Sundays we'll do like maybe 2 yards, but maybe 3, depends on how the week goes. But usually Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays we're doing 8 to 10 or 12 yards a night. So it can be a lot sometimes. And we haven't hired anybody, and I'm skeptical about that because, you know, nobody's going to do what I do. Right. So that's kind of where that's at. But so let's see here. We're going to go ahead and start sharing the screen. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. That way we can kind of get started and look at a few different things here, and then we'll kind of go from there. Let's see here.
Do I have to give you access to sharing?
No.
Okay.
I think we're okay. All right. You seeing my screen now?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, no, I don't see it yet. I don't see it yet. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. All right, this is what I have to do. There we go.
Perfect. All right. So one of the first things that I wanted to talk about, and I showed Rennick this the other day, not a lot of people know. I know some people know, but not everybody knows that the one of the big things with Facebook is that between 4th and 6th thing that you see on your feed is an ad. And a lot of people don't even realize that. So I'm going to just kind of show you real quick. There's Rennick. And then we have an ad. Keep going down a little bit more. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, an ad.
Wow.
You know, and then so, you know, it just kind of keeps going like that. And so that's a big deal, you know, whenever you're looking at how much content you're seeing. Roughly people see generally between, you know, 10 and 12,000 ads a day without ever even realizing it, whether it be through Facebook, you know, going through your feed, or just a banner ad on the side of a website, or even watching ads when you're, you know, trying to watch a video on YouTube. So let's say you get on YouTube and you want to see something, you're going to get 2 ads. And sometimes in the middle, you're going to get, you know, 7 ads in between the content that you're trying to watch. And so, you know, you're not thinking about it, you're not counting, but you're just getting a large number of advertisements. And so that's one of the biggest reasons why I don't pay for advertisement, because if I do pay for advertisement, then what's going to happen? It's going to end up just like this one that you see right here, WikiBuy, and I'm just going to keep on scrolling. Why? Because I scroll through everything else anyways. So that's kind of how that goes. You know, we don't think about the ads that are there. We don't think about what we're seeing, and we just keep on going.
Sure.
And so there's no reason to do that. So what is the best thing to do? You know, what is the best thing? How do you get people to view your stuff without doing that paid marketing, without paying Facebook to do different things for you? So, you know, kind of one of the first things that you got to think about is what's your goal? What's your plan? What are you trying to do? You know, do you want more likes? Do you want more things to happen? Yes, of course you do. So with that, what does that entail? So one of the first things that you have to think about, or you have to know, is that you need to share daily. Every single day you have to share something. No matter what, you have to share every single day. Now, if you go back and you look at my feed, I will be 100% honest. This week I was not on my game. You know, I had a sick family member and then a death, and it was just a really bad week for me. So I did not do that. However, usually what I will do is I will go into Facebook and I will say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a photo, right? And whenever I write my post and I add a photo, like we're just going to pick something, just whatever. We'll pick this one. We're going to go in there and then we're going to say, okay, we're going to do that. And then we're going to go to our publishing. And whenever we go to publishing and you look at publishing tools and things like that, you can say, okay, I'm going to use this tool and I'm going to take 30 minutes on a Sunday, which is usually what I do Sundays because it's slower days for us. And I'm going to take that time and I'm going to publish for the entire week or the next 3 days or however many days. You can publish for, I think it's up to 30 days.
Hold on, man, 1 second. Can you go back and show us what button you pressed to go to publishing?
Yeah, absolutely. I most definitely can. So, and you can even just create the post from here. So, and it's going to be, the content's going to be a little bit different on your mobile device, which I usually do it from mobile. But all you're going to do is you're going to go up here and you can write whatever you're going to write. And then you go to add a photo, which I added that photo. And I'm going to push post. When I press post, let's see here. My computer is taking its time.
That's okay.
You can also go to the publishing tool here, and that's going to open up what you've posted in your tool for publishing. Now, whenever you go, let's say you're on your mobile device and you upload a photo, everybody sees on top where it says schedule now or schedule for a later time. You're going to click that schedule button. And when you click schedule, you can set it for tomorrow or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever date you want it to set for. Now, the biggest thing on that is what time. So what time should I be setting these scheduled posts for? The answer to that question is going to be just a tad bit different for everybody. But it's about the same for everybody. So you want to post about 2 times a day, 1 to 2, but at least 1. And whenever you do that, you want to be posting about 11 o'clock in the morning, because then you have people who are taking lunch break at noon. So they're going to be cruising Facebook. And then you also want to post between 6 and 8 o'clock at night. I usually like to post between 7 and 8, because then you have people that are finally home. They're done with dinner. They're sitting down, you know, maybe watching TV. And what are they doing? They're scrolling through Facebook. So if you post at, let's say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, how many people are really on Facebook at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? And if they are on Facebook at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you know, they're just kind of, you know, cruising around. But you gotta get that time just right. And so in doing that and getting the time just right, it gives you more views. So that's the first thing, is being able to post daily to increase your views, right? So then the next part of it is your shares. You want people to share your stuff. Now, if you have somebody that is like, you know, your sister or your employee or works with you or whatever, and you can say, hey, can you share my post? Not every single one, right? Because that, you know, it gets annoying, obviously, but like once a week, you know, you see something cool. Can you share my post? Can you comment on my post? Yes, they will. They 9 times out of 10 will do that if you ask them to. And when they do that, that's going to help you. Why? I'm going to show you guys some really crazy stuff right now. So when Rennick and I decided that we were going to do this live stream, I decided that I was going to, let's call it, hurt myself just a tad. And I was going to do a social experiment, if you will. And so I told Rennick, I said, I'm doing a social experiment. I'm super excited, and it's going to be great. So what I did was I used this post right here. So we see happy 10th birthday to this cute little Yorkie, Savannah. Okay. And I uploaded a picture that has Savannah in the photo, right? Now, probably think, okay, why is that important? Right? So the days leading up to that, I uploaded very few things. I did not upload daily, and I just kind of let it be. Okay, so before that, you see I'm reaching 389 people. Oh, and I'll just say too, on average, when you post something on Facebook, especially on a page like this, you're getting about 3% of your people who actually like your page seeing what you're posting. 3%.
You said 3%.
About 3%. About 3. So what's happening is, this one's got 642 likes, 49 engagements. No big deal. 835 people, 89 engagements. Again, not a big deal. Going back up to Savannah, we reached 2,090 people and 390 engagements. That's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
So how does something like this happen? You guys see here, we have 48 likes and loves, 21 comments, and 5 shares. So how does that happen? Facebook is a social platform, and the algorithm of Facebook says that if you want for somebody to see your stuff, people have to be talking. So if nobody is talking and nobody is saying anything, you're getting a very, very small percentage of people actually seeing your stuff.
So when you say talking, hold on. So when you say talking, like actually commenting on it or talking about
it? Commenting on it.
Okay.
They got to be commenting on it. So if they're commenting on it, like for example, when you put something in the page about like, hey, we're doing this weekend, right? And you're doing it every single day. And maybe still everybody who is a part of the Sign Fairies page probably still hasn't even seen it. Why? Because we're not talking about it. It's not being like, oh, hey, this is an important post. So Facebook has about 12,000 posts that they got to say, okay, this is what's going on the newsfeed. 300 things go on the newsfeed. 300. So, and then again, you got to keep in mind that every 4th or 5th one of those is an ad. So you're automatically taking out like 100 things. So only 200 things. Now you got 200 things that get to go on the ad. So if you get picked to be one of those things that goes into that newsfeed for that particular person, you're lucky, right? But if you have 21 comments and 50 likes, Facebook is more likely to put you in that person's newsfeed than they would be if you were something like this, for example, that has, let's see, I don't know, 642 people reached, right? 389 people reached. No comments. 597 people reached. And that's in days, right? We're talking about days there. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll kind of go back and show y'all how this all worked out. That way you can kind of see the progression as far as how that worked. Because yeah, you can see where I'm saying like, okay, you got to see that now we've had, X amount of engagements. So looking here, I went ahead and took screenshots for you guys. Like I said, this was an experiment, so I wanted to be able to show you, right? Proof in the pudding. So this is 14 minutes after I made the post. 139 people had seen it, and 6 people commented. Okay, that's not bad. That's better than what I usually get on a regular post.
Hold on, what are we looking at? What are we looking at? Are you sharing?
Yeah, this is a screenshot that I took.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a screenshot that I took to be able to show you guys what it was that I was seeing at that exact time.
Okay.
So this was 14 minutes after I made the post. Are you able to see my cursor?
No.
No. Do you see the screenshot?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this one was 14 minutes after we posted it. Like I said, we had 139 likes and 14 likes and 139 people saw it. Okay. So then we're going to go to about, let's see here. How long later was this one? This was an hour later. We have reached 1,000 people within 1 hour. 1,013 people. 39 likes and 17 comments. And then 2 hours later, we have reached 1,357 people. 17 comments and 4 shares.
All right, hold on one second. So I think you're sharing something that we can't see. Are you scrolling through it and showing us?
No,
Okay,
no, I'm not.
Okay.
You should see the screenshot though. Do you see the
We
screenshot?
do, but
Okay.
I don't see where you're saying after 10 minutes you had so many of X.
Well, I'm showing you on top. Do you see where it says page, and right under that where it says page, it shows 2 hours?
No. Wait a minute.
You're not seeing that.
What
Are
I
you
see
seeing?
is Yard Expressions of Alice. I'm seeing
Sure.
Prissy, and I'm seeing Arnold.
Oh yeah, you guys are not seeing it. Hang on a second. Let me try to hang on. Oh yeah, no, that's not working out. Hold on. Let me try to share my
Try sharing the. Wow.
I'm going to do my entire screen. All right, let's try now.
All right. Hold on.
No wonder you guys are having a hard time. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. Now. It's okay, Molly. So let me see what this does.
Glad you're here.
There you go.
Perfect. Wonderful. Okay. How about now? Can you see this now?
No. Oh,
no,
wait a minute.
you're
Okay.
seeing...
Hold on. Yes. No. Go back to where you were.
You see it now?
Yes. Okay. Go back to what you were talking about. And you were talking about this post with Savannah. And
right.
That at the post that you were talking about, and you gave us time frames, and you said that slowly started to increase throughout the various, for however long it was being posted.
Right, absolutely. So this one here that I've got on my screen now, I hope you see, is at 2 hours, and that was 1,357 people had seen this post within 2 hours of it being posted. Why? The reason is because of the amount of comments that we have and the interactions with the post. And that's what makes the difference. So, you know, if you want people to see your stuff, right? You need to get them talking. You got to get them talking about different stuff. You got to get people sharing your things. And that's a big thing, is if somebody is talking, it's making all the difference for you. So today we've got 2,090 people who have seen the post about Savannah. So you always got to remember things that if you're in a state that loves football, Friday Night Lights, like my state, I'm in Texas. It's a big deal. And you're in a small town and you have one football team, do something special for your football team. Everybody loves their local stuff. Oh. Dogs, babies, and kitties. That's your gold right there. That's everything. So if you post something with dogs, babies, kitties, or something local, you're gonna do real good. We've got one, and another thing too is, like I said, you want to schedule your posts every day, but just because you're going through and you're saying happy birthday to Joey, right? We published that on September 12th. I think Joey's birthday was in August sometime. You don't necessarily have to post it the same day and say happy birthday Joey on Joey's birthday. Nobody knows when Joey's birthday was, you know. So we've got one that we did last night that we'll be sharing, I don't know, next week sometime, and that one's going to be a talking point because it was a 98th birthday for a veteran. So we did red, white, and blue, and we did the flags, and we did the red, white, and blue balloons, and, you know, the Army emblem, and made, you know, a whole big deal. And there was a news share about it. And then we're going to go through and we're going to post that. And, you know, everybody help us say happy birthday to this, you know, 98-year-old veteran, and people feel for that stuff.
Right.
And so,
right, so hold
it's
on.
about,
let me ask you this question. Mm-hmm. So we talked about a couple different things. We talked about scheduling, and you schedule everything at one time throughout the course of the week, and then you launch either one post a day at a certain time between 11 or 3, or you launch 2 posts a day between 11, or sorry, 11 and sorry, what'd you say? Between 6 and 8. So
yeah,
in
the last one you want to do between 6 and 8, or 7 and 9 even, and then the first one you want to do about 11 o'clock.
Okay. So what did you do differently
that
got you the 2,000 likes?
So that's going to be a lot of it, right? Is using the algorithm, which is, again, getting people to talk, getting people to like, getting people to share. The algorithm is, there's a lot that goes into it, but you know, without going into all of the ridiculousness, the easiest way that I can explain it to you guys is get people to talk. It's a social platform, and people want, or Facebook wants people to be social. If you're not social, then they don't want it. They don't want nothing to do with it. So you have to get people to be social. Now, going back down to, you know, what did we do to get people to get to this point? Well, we get new likes every day, right? We get probably, I don't know, 5 new likes a day. No big deal. But if you want to get mass likes, then you need to run a contest. Now, when you're running contests, you don't want to run a contest every month. You don't want to run a contest every week. You want to run a contest like once a quarter. A lot of people say, oh, I'm going to run a contest, and they do it. Oh, it's September, I'm going to do a birthday giveaway. Oh, it's October, I'm going to do a birthday giveaway. Oh, it's November, I'm going to do a birthday giveaway. Don't do that. Because when you're doing that, then Facebook sees that, and this goes back into the algorithm. They see that, and they go, oh, they are what's called like baiting. So they are baiting people to like their page, and they really don't care about being social, which is against the platform. So yeah, so you have to be super careful about how you do it. Like I said, you want to do it maybe once a quarter. And when you do it, you have to have a specific way of doing it. You can't just be like, hey, if you have a birthday this month, then like my stuff, and maybe I'll give you a prize. You know, you got to be careful about it. So there's some verbiage on here, and I can definitely share that with you guys whenever I finally get there. Isn't that a great one?
Can I ask you a question while you're doing that?
Sure, absolutely.
So when you say that you're going to do something once a quarter, what are you going to do that's different than what you're doing and scheduling, let's just say, every day?
So yeah, so we're going to do a contest. We're going to do a contest once a quarter. Okay, and I'm going to show you when I get there what that contest looks like. But when you're doing a contest, you know, there's some certain things that you want to do. I've seen certain people say, does somebody, you know, tag your people who have September birthdays, and we'll do a giveaway for them. Okay. Don't sell yourself short. Tag somebody that would like this for their birthday. Why September? There's thousands of people that have birthday all year long, right? And like in my town, there's probably, you know, like I said, 17, 18,000 people, 17 or 18,000 people have a birthday all year long. How many people have a birthday in September? 1,000 people, right? So don't cap yourself and say, okay, well, let's do September birthdays. No, we can do birthdays, we can do graduations, we can do anything you want me to spell in your yard. It doesn't matter what it is, whenever you want it for the rest of the year. You know, we try to do a lot of different stuff, not just happy birthday, because then that opens you up to so many different possibilities. And again, I'm sorry it's taking so long to get there. Actually, I had this up on the screen before, but it didn't like me, so it didn't work out. But you know, whenever you run a contest, which again, I haven't run a contest since probably like April or May. And we're at the point right now where we have so much going on that I don't feel like it's a good time for me to run a contest. 9 times out of 10, when I do run a contest, what happens is that so many people see the post, and then they decide, you know what, it's not worth it for me to wait to see if I win. I'm just going to go ahead and book. So, you know, that makes another big thing too. So usually when I post a contest, I will probably increase my messages by about 20%.
Your daily messages?
My daily messages.
Okay.
My daily messages. So I was actually doing some messaging back and forth the other day from the computer, and on my phone, by the time I went through however many messages I had like 250 notifications of messages. And I mean, that's back and forth banter, but still it's a lot, you know?
Right.
And so getting to that point is important, and everybody can get to that point. Everybody can get there. It doesn't matter if you have competition or not. I have competition now. And again, we are 17,000 people, and it's okay. There's enough business for all of us. There's been times even where I've sent her stuff and she sent me stuff, and it's fine. You know, we can all get through it. It's not a big deal. Eventually I will get there, guys. I'm so sorry. But you know, beyond that, it's just kind of like, you know, if you do run a contest, you're going to be looking at getting somewhere between 20 to 30,000 views, despite the fact that you're in a town of 17,000 people, right? Because how many people are outside of the town? How many people are in your service area, in your county? We have counties in Texas, that, you know, that can see your stuff, that can engage with your stuff and can continue. Oh, there it is.
Nice.
So that's kind of where that's at. I mean, while I'm doing this, Rennick, do you have any other questions on that? while we're trying to get there?
So there's actually been a couple questions that are coming up while you've been talking.
Okay, great.
One of the questions was, hold on, let me scroll through it. So how do you get people to comment on it? So if you're posting something and you want to get somebody to comment on it, because you know if you get more comments, that's going to be a good thing for the Facebook algorithm. What are you doing in that post to get people to actually comment? I know you said you had your sister and you wanted her to comment, but are there other things that you're doing differently with the post to invite people to comment more?
No, not necessarily. When you want to get one of those big comment boosters, one of those big comment posts, what you have to do is, like I said, you got to always remember puppies, babies, kitties, and local events. Those are your 4 things that people are going to comment on just all by themselves, because that's just the psychology of it. People are like, oh my God, that dog's cute. Oh my God, that's the cutest thing. The dog's 10 years old and she's in a chair, you know, next to the sign that looks just like the dog. And that's, you know, that's a big deal. That's a big deal for people. You know, it's like when you're scrolling through Facebook and you see, you know, you're just kind of like, you know, you kind of keep moving, and then you scroll on something and it's like 5 puppies and they're playing with each other. And for whatever reason, you mindlessly watch it because it's puppies, right? And that's how you get people to comment. You get people to comment by putting out content that makes them feel gushy, for lack of a better word.
Well, it gives them sort of like that reaction.
So that's how you want to get people to comment.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, what I was saying is if I'm thinking this through, I'm scheduling my comments for the month or for the week, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden I want to have a post that is going to include one of the 4 things that you mentioned, the dogs, the babies, the kitties, so that when someone reactively scrolls through it, they're going to be compelled to be like, oh, that's cute, or that's nice, whatever, and then they comment on it, and then that gets everything going, and then more people commenting from there. Is that
more people?
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
More people comment from there. You're going to get more engagements, more likes, more views. And whenever that happens and you're getting those likes and those views, then more people are seeing it. And as more people are seeing it, then you're getting more messages.
Got it.
Also, you know, they're sharing to their friends. When somebody shares your page, now you're not only getting your 3%, but you're getting their 3% too. So
3%.
So yeah, so when you're getting your 3%, that's nobody. You know, 3% of 2,000 people is like, I don't know, nothing.
Not a lot, right?
No.
I mean, that's kind of like, you know, survey results. You know, I mean, if you survey 100 people and you get 3%, 3 people have actually taken it. You know what I mean? So
3 people.
It's not a lot at all. But I'm starting to get it as you're talking about it more. I'm sure everybody else has already got it far faster than I did. But what you're saying is that the algorithm that we are talking about is all rooted in the comments, likes, and shares. And the more you're generating that, the more Facebook is saying, that's hot, that's social, that's cool, get the word out, and let's post this more than the latter, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. And then the other on the flip side of it too, though, is let's say somebody named Chelsea. We'll go with Chelsea. She's on the top of my list there. Chelsea. So let's say Chelsea likes most of my posts. Let's say she went through my Facebook one day because she was going to order for her daughter who was turning 10 years old, and she went through my Facebook page and just liked all of my stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to pop up in Chelsea's more than I will somebody who has never liked any of my stuff before.
Okay.
So I have a few friends that I always like their stuff. You know, they post funny memes and things like that. And, you know, I laugh, like them or love them or, excuse me, haha them or whatever.
Right.
And they come up all the time, you know, and then there's other people that I never see their stuff. And I literally have to search them out to make sure that they're still, you know, alive, for lack of a better word at this point. And so it's just kind of one of those things that you gotta, you know, if somebody likes your stuff, if they comment on your stuff, if they share your stuff, they are more likely to see your stuff. So now going back to what we talked about, look, even this right here. So being a paramedic, I shared this and we still only got 1,400 views on that. That's nothing, you know? It is, well, it is something, but it's not when you're thinking about the masses of people that could have been reached. Okay. So I swear eventually we'll get there, guys. I'm so sorry that this is taking so long. You know, so yeah, it's a lot, but it's not. This here, Dr. Elizondo, this was a good one. He's a guy that grew up in our town, moved away, and again, we have, you know, 17,000 people here. He moved away, went to medical school, and came home and has opened a practice here in our area. So we put up what was a very giant sign for him.
Right.
And in doing that, you know, we got 2,200 people reached on that one. That is something, like I said, your hometown stuff. People know this guy.
Local, right.
Right. They know who he is. You know, he played football here. That's a big deal for them. So we had a bunch of comments. We had likes. People are telling him they're proud of him. So you're getting more. You're getting more. So that's kind of where that's at, you know. That's the biggest thing in life.
I know that we were talking earlier on this week, like if people wanted to get likes for their page, someone had actually a really good idea, which was, you know, we could like everybody's stuff, like everybody's page, and then, you know, start liking everybody's stuff so that we could see how things can grow. But
right,
if I wanted to get more likes for my page, how would you recommend and suggest that we do that without paying for boosting or doing any of that stuff? Is there techniques, or is there a way that you've increased and gotten 2,500 likes by doing that, or what would you suggest?
Right. So that's going to be the contest. Like I was saying, that's going to be your first thing, which I think we're almost finally there. Right. Your contests are going to be a big deal for you. Your contests are going to be something that's going to give you a big boost to start with. And then once you have the contest, here we are. So on April 25th, we crossed 1,000 likes that day. I was so excited. I remember I waited like 4 or 5 days watching it, like 991, 993, wow. 994. I mean, and I was just like I couldn't close my eyes. I needed to see 1,000, you know, it was such a big deal for me. It was so great. And now I'm just like, I don't even know anymore. It's, you know, but then it was a big deal. And I know it is to a lot of people, you know, and everybody wants to get there. Everybody wants to get to where, you know, the investment that they made in this business has, you know, number one, pays off, and number two, just is income and makes sense. Like that's the whole point, right? So whenever we crossed those likes, what we did was we did this contest, and that's going to be something that's going to help you. So I say here, you know, this morning we crossed 1,000 likes. We'd like to celebrate by having a giveaway. The winner of the giveaway will receive a free expression for any event. So again, we go back to, you want to specify any event, not September birthdays, not October birthdays. That's a big deal.
Yep.
Our expressions can be used for birthdays, graduation, baby announcements, or showers, anniversaries, and any other occasion, right? So we did to enter, like our page, like and share our post, tag 3 friends. Okay, so I know that there was a question a couple of weeks ago about how to, or why do we want to tag people, right? Why not just like and share a post or comment or whatever? The reason why we want to tag those 3 people is because that's going to get more traffic to your specific post. So if you're getting traffic to your post and you're getting people to look at your post, out of those 3 people, you're probably going to get 1 or 2 people that actually like it and share it and add their own 3 people, right?
Sure.
But before, you were getting 3%, right? Now you are getting 3% of 300 people. So 3% of 300 people is just exponential, and I don't even know what something like that would look like, but it's a really large percent, you know. So now you're not paying for advertising, you're not paying for marketing, your people are doing it for you.
So that's a really good question. I thought Mark was asking me how we're going to pick a winner for my incentive that everybody who filled out the survey. But how do you pick a winner for the contest?
Right. So, okay. So what we do whenever we pick a winner for the contest is we use a thing called CommentPicker.com. And whenever you use that, and I'll show that here in just a minute once I get done with this, and I'll kind of show you what we do and how we do it and how it's done. Whenever you do that, it just randomly picks a person, and I go live on my page. And when I go live on my page, I just let it do its thing. It picks the person, and then I say, congratulations, you know, Chelsea, you're the winner of a free expression. Please contact us to set something up. And that's all I do. And so I'm not responsible for writing down, you know, 200 names and drawing something from a hat. Like, I just don't have time for that, you know, and nobody does. And so that's what you want to do, is you want to be able to have that done for you. So CommentPicker.com does it. There's another one that's like a wheel. That one's pretty cool too, and whatever. It just goes through and it picks whoever it wants to pick, and then it's done. It's done and it's over. So before we go to that though, I'll just kind of show you real quick, because I haven't showed you guys the stats on this post, and I think that's really important. So, you know, we said, oh, and that's another thing too about these things, is you don't want to do a contest and run your contest for, you know, weeks or you know, so long. You want to do it for 5 days tops, because after a few days, people are going to get tired of seeing the same thing over and over again, and they're going to stop commenting on it. Right. So whenever that happens, you know, you want to do 5 days tops. Also, whenever you do a contest, you want to do that on the weekend. You want to start running that on a Saturday morning, because you're going to have more people on Facebook Saturday and Sunday than you will Monday through Friday. So looking at the stats of this real quick, which, you know, we put some nice pictures there of different things that we had done, which, you know, despite the fact that we've been doing this for 4 years, our inventory was like probably half the size that it is now. We reached 30,301 people. We had 3,675 engagements on this post, 386 comments, and 458 shares. That is where it's at.
I don't even know what to say. Now, you do the contents once a quarter?
Once a quarter. And I haven't, again, since May, because I just don't need it, right? But if you needed it, then yeah, you'd want to do it once a quarter. And, you know, if you really are like super desperate and you're like, I need this, then, you know, you can do it a little bit more, but you probably should do it once a quarter. Once a quarter is best. So yeah, so we're at 386 comments, you know, and then, you know, I'll go back through here and just say, oh, you know, so-and-so is the winner. And then that's kind of where it goes. So, you know, and even so, I mean, going back before then, like I said, this is April. Now at this time, I needed more than once a quarter. I needed to hit that 1,000 likes. I needed to, you know, have business. I needed to have people messaging me. I needed to sustain my family, right? Because I decided to quit my career and and be in the joy business, and that was it. And so in doing that, you know, I did do 2 contests in in like 2 months, I think, because I was trying to get what I needed. And, you know, it's okay to do that. If you have to, if you absolutely have to, but you, again, have to be very careful that Facebook doesn't recognize that that's what you're doing, because if you are like phishing, then it becomes kind of an issue for them, and they'll actually just kind of give you less than 3%. They'll give you like 1% or 2% and just say, oh, nobody's going to see your stuff because you're not following the quote unquote rules.
Wow.
Yeah, and so that's a big deal. If you look at Facebook's actual rules, it says that you cannot ask anybody to like, comment, or share your items. Even though I'm telling you to do it, but that's what it actually says.
Right.
But this is a great way to, you know, do what you need to do. That's actually a video here of picking a comment with this comment picker. Like I said, I go to the website, and then you go down and you press start, and then it shuffles through the names, and it picks one.
Does it right there in real time?
Right there in real time. Done.
Wow.
Does it in like 20 seconds.
All right, so let me ask you one other question, because we're coming up on about an hour now.
Sure.
So you said something that I thought was really interesting. You said, I needed to get more likes. I needed to get more, you know, support my family. That resonated with me. And you're attributing the likes to more business, because you're actually not marketing and doing any boosting of any sort. So the likes that you're generating are actually confirming for you that your posts are getting seen by maybe more than 3%, and they're being shared by more people than your normal share, and that's being touted and socially shared, which is meaning you're getting your business out in front of everybody that much more. Is that what you mean by the likes and getting it all out there?
Right. So, you know, here, this was April 10th that I posted another one, and I did the exact same thing. So this one was just birthday. And in doing that, you can see kind of the difference here. We had 11,000. Sorry.
For just the birthday.
Wow. We had 11,145 and 155 comments. Now, this was during the time where we probably had, you know, like 400 or 500 likes. You know, and then going back down from there, which you guys see where we're at now and how many people we're reaching, going back down from there, you know, which may be where some of you guys are at, maybe not, it's hard to say, but, you know, we were getting a reach of maybe, you know, 0 people on that one. This one reached, I guess, 6 people. We had 6 likes. This one here reached 936. That was good, but that was also my kids, so. You know,
right.
You know, when you're going back down, and again, mind you, this is back in 2019. You're looking at stuff that people have gone back through at this point and looked at.
Sure.
That doesn't necessarily mean that was during that time, because I guarantee you that I didn't even have 724 likes then. So this is people that now what they do is they'll go back through and they'll scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll until they find one that they like, and then they'll take a screenshot and send it to me and say, I want this. Cool, I can do that. So I know a lot of people have websites, and I mean, I know that you guys love that stuff.
Do you have a website?
I will tell you, I do not have a website. I do not have a website. I do not send my people to any kind of like, fill this out and then I'll tell you what I can do for you. I do everything 100% in-house and in person, and you know, because people have questions and I can't answer them with a form, and that's my personal preference. And I feel like it does better for me if I don't. You know, if I send them to a website and they fill out a form and then I contact them via email 24 hours later and they're never speaking to a person, it's, you know, to me, I feel like it helps me not to do it that way. You know, but everybody has their own preference on that.
Okay. You've missed a flurry of questions, and everybody's super excited. And so can you see the comments?
Yeah, I can see the comments. And real quick, just to go back, I want to say, I saw somebody said on the last one, or however it worked out, like, you know, about us not having a Facebook and just doing messages. Real quick, I want to touch on that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that everybody should do that. I am a numbers person and I do everything by numbers. I personally, 74% of people abandon their carts before they ever finish making a purchase. So if I do everything through Facebook Messenger, they're talking to me and they have to keep talking to me unless they say, never mind, I'm done. So I don't have 74% of people abandoning their cart with me because I am talking to them. If you're in the middle of purchasing something from Walmart and somebody calls you on your phone, it's done. It's over unless you really need it. Nobody really needs a yard sign. They want it, but they don't need it. So
really good point. A really good point.
So that's why I do things the way that I do them. Yes, it is time consuming. Yes, it is a pain in the ass, but does it get me more business? 100%. So that's why I do things the way that I do them.
Got it.
And so that's where that's at.
No, that's
I know
good.
that's way off topic, but that's where that's at.
No, but you know what's interesting, and I don't want to get too off topic because I know a lot of people have some other questions.
Sure.
But like I do exactly what you said that you don't do.
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting is because I have 6 new competitors in the market, and I've been focusing on a lot of other things. I haven't been doing this, and my business has completely suffered. Now there's other things that I'm gonna do, but this is an epic way of. I love scheduling. I think that that's a brilliant idea. You know, we talked about the comments of dogs, kittens, babies, local things, really relevant, super smart. And then the other question was you shared with us your contests. Is there any way that you could either email that to me or send it to me? So
Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Cool. Cool. I think a lot of people want to try that. And then let me see what else. So the other question I have is because you're doing everything on Facebook, and yes, now you're not an EMT and you're not doing the pool stuff.
Sure.
But like you got like your gun your phone like in a holster. So if anybody IMs you, you're just like, whoop, you're right there, right?
Okay, so let's talk about that. I have an auto message, and my auto message explicitly says that we will get back to you within the next 24 hours. I try to get back to them within an hour or so, but in that auto message, it says what kind of event are you looking for? What date are you looking for? Oh, this is another good point here. What date are you looking for? And are you looking for a male or female? Okay, so let's say I start talking to somebody and I say, what date are you looking? Or they send like, okay, I'm looking for October 2nd, right? And our cap is usually about 10, 11 yards a night because I really don't want to do more than that because, then I'm out all damn night and I just want to come home, right? I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm over it at that point. Like after 9, 10, 11 yards, I'm done. And so, so when that happens, let's say that I have a Wednesday night and I've only got 3 yards and she said, let's see, what's next Wednesday here? The 6th. Okay. So this person messages me, reply October the 6th. It's for a female and whatever, what are your prices? And I send her back, oh, you know what? Our prices start off at and I have all this stuff. It's all on my notepad. So just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So I am not typing messages all day, guys. I am copy pasting all day. That's all I'm doing. That's it. And so
can I ask you one
then
question?
What happens is,
here's my only question. When you
Sure.
say October 6th, are you logging all of your appointments in the Facebook calendar?
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, we use we are apparently really behind times, but it works for us, and we use a book. It's like a calendar, and I write everything down. Yeah.
You mean like a notepad and pen?
No, well, I'll show it to you in a little bit. But anyways, this is not about that. But the thing is, though, is that if somebody tells me that they're looking for October 6th, right, and I tell them, yes, this is my prices. Our prices start out at $70. It doesn't mean it's $70. It starts out at $70. Fine, whatever. And so this is what we start out at, and either they will say great, and they will book, or they will leave me on red maybe, or maybe they'll say, okay, I'll get back to you, or whatever, right?
Right.
Let's say that they got onto my website and they saw that my price was $70, and then they added all kinds of other shit to it because I don't charge just one price. I charge, per add-on and whatever else. But let's say that they saw whatever our prices were, and then they said, okay, well, you know what? I don't know. It's kind of, kind of pricey, maybe a little out of my budget. So I'm just not going to do it, right? But with the fact that I know that they're looking for October 6th, it gives me the opportunity to, and this is another thing where things come into play when you're thinking about these people, every single one of them is a lead for you. Every single one of them, right? And leads are not dead leads until they're like literally dead. So with that being said, you know that this birthday is October 6th. That gives you the opportunity to, on October 1st or October 2nd, hey, Laura, I saw that you didn't book anything for October 6th yet. We have one space left available. I could have 10 spaces left available. It doesn't matter. We have one space left available for that day. Would you like it before we are sold out? 9 times out of 10, the answer to that question is yes, please. Please book me for that day.
Well, it's funny. I did the same exact thing. A woman called me and she's like, "Can you do a 2-day event, like 2 nights, on Wednesday night? We want a unicorn and we want all that stuff." And I was like, "Yes, we can absolutely do that." So she says to me, "I'll get back to you." And then I was like, "Great. Just so you know, if you're going to get back to me, my phone is blowing up. And I've gotten so many orders, I might not have the unicorn theme for you on Wednesday night. I just want to be full disclosure." She's like, "I'll take it. I'll take it."
Exactly.
Right.
And that's the thing it gives you that automobile, if you will, to be able to use that vehicle is the proper word. They use that vehicle to steer somebody in the right direction that they need to go. And that's what makes the difference.
Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So look, we're coming up on 10:15. And I want to be respectful of your time. I could stay on this thing for another 2 hours, but I gotta go. I gotta go install a sign. So what I think I would like to do. Yeah, exactly. What I think I'd like to do is I'm going to post this thing. I'm going to get it going. I know I have a lot more other questions on top of what it is that you are actually doing, because I am completely baffled at the fact that you are solely focusing on this, and that is your approach, and it's not costing you anything, and you're blowing up 10 yards a night. I mean, like, holy shit, that is phenomenal. I don't know how anybody else feels about that, but like, I didn't know that every 4th or 5th post is an ad, right? I didn't know that, the comments, the likes, all these other things are super relevant to get your post front and center, because people are being social about it. I love the fact that, your messenger and all those things are what you're doing to close somebody, and you clearly know how to do that. Babies, puppies, kitties, and local people, who would have thought? There's just a lot of great stuff here. There really, really is. And I know that you could probably go on for maybe another hour or two also.
See, doesn't that make your heart feel good?
Oh my God, it does.
Right?
I want to come over to your house right now.
See, so you just have to utilize that stuff. Put your own dog. Put up a sign in your yard with your own dog and say, "Happy 10th birthday, Max. Happy 8th birthday, Max." I do not have a pet sitter. She takes care of herself. She has a sister too, a twin. They look exactly like.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
But that's the thing is that put your own stuff up. You don't have to wait for the opportunity. Just do it yourself. Take a picture of it, put it on your Facebook, and use those things to do better for yourself. If you're gonna post 15 pictures of ask your neighbors, call your mom, "Hey, can I use your yard? Please water before I get there." Those are important things. Use different houses, and it doesn't necessarily have to be real. It's just for a picture, and that's what's important.
Really, really good point. Really good point. All right. Well, listen, I am going to tell you that I can't tell you how much I appreciate you carving out time for us. I know that I have learned a truckload already. and I'm inspired to try to do this certainly on my own. I am confident that there are going to be quite a few other questions, and if they are, I'd like to invite you back.
Absolutely,
Right, cool.
we can do that.
Cool. We'll absolutely do that. I think I'm sure a lot of people will have a few other questions. I know that I do, but once
you guys get them ready.
Yeah, once I get into this, I know I'm going to have more. So just thank you so much, Amanda. I really I do appreciate it. And let me
if anybody needs help, if you've got something you want me to look at specifically, just message me. I'll take a look at your page and see what we can do to help you do better.
Wow,
get where
really?
you need to be. Mm-hmm.
That's
no
phenomenal.
problem with that.
Man, that is, wow, I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, so let me just say this before everybody goes, because I know we got to jump, but let's not forget the Miss Kelly Hawkins next week.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
All right, I promise you that we will not have the same technical issues that we had now. That was completely my fault, and I forgot about it. And we'll go through the whole thing. I will work on editing and posting all of this, and I will let you know firsthand when that gets ready to go. But Amanda, thank you. This was epic, and I'd love to hear how well you're doing. I'd love to hear that it's working for you, and more importantly, you figured this out on your own, right?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and you guys, while we're talking about this, real quick before I go, y'all all make sure to comment on Rennick's videos about Kelly so everybody can see it and knows it's happening. That's what's important.
Idea. Everybody, all 31 of you need to comment on Kelly's post when I get it going. All right, I want this thing blowing up like crazy.
Blow it up. It's important.
Blow it up. All right, girl. Listen, you stay well and enjoy the rest of your night. I'll be in touch with you obviously really soon. And thank you everybody for joining. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Yes, thanks everybody. Good night.
Have a great night. Bye everybody.
Bye.